Hello friends and welcome back to Remedy Reads. My name is Renee and at Remedy Reads we just do a ton of bookish talk, and so in this video I'm going to introduce you to some of my favorite booktubers, bookstagrammers ever, the people I've been most inspired by before I started my own booktube and bookstagram, and the people that have given me the most and consistently the best recommendations on my TBR. So let's get into the bookish goodness. Okay, so if you watched my previous video on bookish items that I love, this is the cup of Joe Cardigan I was talking about, made in collaboration with Alex Mill. Let me stand up, it's fantastic. Isn't this great? The sleeve is actually like this. I have the other one rolled up, but it's great. The little bookmark pocket, the little pin that I put on there. Anyway, fantastic. I love it. I'm short, so it hits me around the hips if you're interested in that kind of thing, about 5 feet tall. So if you're taller, it will hit you differently. So anyway, I love it. Just thought I would mention that this is what I was talking about. I will link it below, but I'm pretty sure it's sold out and I don't know if they're going to restock it, but just in case I'll link it. So here are my favorite booktubers, bookstagrammers, of all time. The first is Bookish Realm. She reads an incredible variety of books. So she's a librarian, so this makes tons of sense and I'm so grateful for it. She reads manga, she reads picture books for children, she reads middle grade, she reads adult, of every genre. I have found so many interesting new genres and authors because of her. I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered the P. Jelly Clark, A Master of Jin book because of her. So if you're interested in expanding your the genres you read, or just having a more varied and balanced look at books and what you should read, I would highly recommend her. Ashley's fantastic. I just love, and the way she speaks is so calming. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but highly recommend. The next is a very well-known booktuber, Reagan from Perus Project. She is the first booktuber that I started following, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. She is very well known in the community because she has consistently good recommendations. She has great integrity. When a lot of the things were happening in 2020 that I think a lot of people just in general, creators in general, are having a hard time integrating into their content, she did an excellent job looking at what she was doing and what she was promoting that may not have been appropriate any longer, or could be better. She did a great job. I appreciate her, and she reads a ton of fantasy, and that is my favorite genre, young adult or adult, and she always delivers with the recommendation. So I definitely recommend you checking her out if that is something in your wheelhouse. The next booktuber is not really a booktuber. I think she's more of a bookish lifestyle YouTuber. I don't know. Is that even a clarification I need to make? I don't know, but her name is Morgan Long, and I believe that's the name of her channel as well. All these are linked down below, so feel free to go down there and get the direct link to their channel so you can subscribe. But Morgan is just, I believe she's by profession a videographer and photographer, and you can see that in the videos she produces. They're wonderfully done, but also they're just very calming and relaxing, and I think the entire goal for her channel is to be encouraging and supportive of her community regardless of why they come to the videos. The reason I say she's bookish is because she does a lot of reading, and she does these videos where she puts calming music to video of her reading so you can read along with her. I think it's fantastic. I highly encourage you to support her. It's wonderful and great content. The next booktuber that I personally love her personality, she is so fun. She is probably the furthest away from my preference of reading. She reads things that I don't typically look towards or pick up very quickly, and that's another reason that I love her. Her name's Seiji, and she is the Artisan Geek here on YouTube and on Instagram. She reads, first of all, she's an international booktuber in that I believe she's in Europe, but I can't remember if she's in the Netherlands or however. But she is just incredibly intelligent, incredibly well-spoken. She is also very honest and just has so much integrity in her channel. She provides the reasons for what she does a lot of times, even if it's not entirely necessary. And she really just challenges me to do better in my reading and diversify my reading in many ways. I think I have a few translated works on my TBR because of her, and I'm just excited to get to them. Also, if you are interested in learning Japanese, I believe she's also on Twitch if you're into that kind of thing, and she reads a lot of manga. Just super interested in her and how she does things and her personality, and also broadening my genre. I will say she does read horror, and I have not picked up any of her horror recommendations. If you watch my intro video, you'll know why. I'm just not into horror. I just can't do it. Weak constitution and all that. But if you're into it, that's where you go. The next booktuber, Jess Owens, self-named channel. She does the book community on YouTube, where she talks about the bookish news, bookish drama that's going on book Twitter mostly. I found her channel to bring me like a sense of like affirmation and peace last year, when it was hard to like go out and have these in-person conversations that were hard to have virtually, because she really does talk about, and very frankly talks about, the way that things are going down in the world of publishing or content creators. And it's honestly like the only bookish news channel I've ever seen, and I think it just like readily reaffirms our entire community that this is a thing that people are investing in, and it's really important to uphold the integrity and sanctity of such a community. So I really like what she does. She also does the traditional book TBRs and reviews and stuff like that, and she has great taste in books as well. So go and enjoy her content. I love all of her videos. She's very entertaining. The next is Erin from Booked and Busy, and I will tell you the number one thing I love about Erin is it's like a no BS book channel. Like, she has great recommendations. I love her taste in books. It lines up very well with my own, and she gets very impassioned about the books that she chooses to read. So again, I love that she gets me excited to read these books, and she introduces me to new authors. She does read a lot of adult fantasy, so if that's not your thing, it may not be your channel, but I love that she is just like, here it is, here's what it is, we're not gonna worry about, all the rest of it. Like, she's just very like upfront and straight talking. I love it. I love Erin. She's so fun. The next two are recent additions to my YouTube lineup. So one of the things that I want to do in 2021 is get closer to my Jamaican roots by reading more West Indian authors, Jamaican authors. So Peta from Comfy Cozy Up and Sajid from Reading is My Social Life, both of them feature Caribbean authors very regularly. And I've found that their recommendations are pretty solid for me. I think that's the one thing that I'm trying to find in that particular reading niche is recommendations that are in line with like what I like to read anyway, because a lot of West Indian authors, with the exception of P. Djeli Clark, that I've seen are contemporary fiction or literary fiction, and honestly those are just not the genres that I gravitate towards readily. So having booktubers who are like able to give me the goods is exceptional. I'm very excited about that. And then there is Steph from Steph's Romance Book Talk. Obviously, I'm a huge romance reader. If you watched my anticipated reads for 2021, which was an incredibly long video, but I find that romance writers come out with sequels or new series readily enough that I don't need to necessarily find any more to like fit into my schedule. But Steph changed that, so I have found a lot of authors through her, and I have begun a lot of new series because of her. I just really like her reviews, and I think her taste is right in line with mine, and so it makes a lot of sense. She's also just fun to watch. I like her personality, so I highly recommend if you are in the market for new booktubers who will help you find more romance. That's where you go. And then this next booktuber is she does booktube, but I believe her channel is mostly lifestyle and jewelry. She's based in the UK. Her channel is called Sunbeams Jess, and her name is Jess. And she is a reader of literary fiction, most of the time, I would say. So she just read through the entire long list for the Booker Prize, and she reviewed all the books and then made her own short list and chose her own winner, which was not the same as what was chosen. So that was a cool video to see. But I just really respect the way she reviews videos. Also, she is very knowledgeable. I believe the degree that she obtained is directly related to literature, and it could be a degree in literature. I'm not exactly sure, but the way that she talks about books and the way she talks about the way writers write or form characters or create plot arcs and things like that really helped me understand more of what I was reading in literary fiction and appreciate it more, and tie themes together in long series by literary authors. So if that's your thing, you want to get more into the literary side and you want to read diverse books and you want to be able to hear someone speak knowledgeably on the topic, I would definitely go to her page, read her books, and she also does do a book club, I believe. So anyway, she's also a very prolific reader. So if you're someone who needs a lot of books because you consume books very, very quickly, I would go over there to her channel and settle in because she's fantastic. So she also has a great sense of style. So you know, that doesn't hurt either. So that's it for me in this video. I hope you go and find these channels, find these creators, support them in any way you can, subscribe, like, leave a comment, all of those good things. A lot of them are also on Instagram, and so I will link those as I'm able to find it. And I just really appreciate that you're willing to support other booktubers, that you're here supporting me. So leave a comment down below about your favorite booktubers, your favorite bookstagrammers, and who I should follow if you have any recommendations for me. Otherwise, I'm so glad you're here, and I hope we talk soon.